Hi, everybody, and welcome back. If it's Monday, the 26th of December, wherever you are, it's the day after Christmas. If you've been returning your gifts, I hope you had success with that. I don't like the stores, so I avoid them at all cost. Other than that, I hope you all had a really happy holiday. We want to take a look today at The Fool, the series. This is part one. We're going to take a look. I'm not sure if we're going to meet a career fool or love fool. I guess it depends on where Spirit thinks priority needs to be led. Also, I want you to see something here, guys, because I got this as a Christmas present. Let me see if I can reach it. And I just wanted you to see this. Can you see that? Can you see that beautiful little angel? Oh, there's glare on her face there, but look at her. If you can see her, that's my granddaughter. She's beautiful, isn't she? She's a little angel. So I just wanted to share that little bit of love and life with you. Now, let's talk about you guys and The Fool, the reading that we're calling The Fool. It's a series. This is part one, I think. Since yesterday we laid the groundwork, I think today, and I have been shuffling for a while, I think we want to take a look at what the first step is, the baby step, because we know that for so many of us, we've learned that slow and steady can win the race. Not always. Not always. You may do everything expected of you and still have things go wrong. Let's grab some energy here first. See what we might be working with. And there we go. What did we get? We got two face down. These are the two we're taking. And here's two more. This got turned up. So, these are the four we're taking. We're working with purpose. Maybe it's life purpose. Maybe it's finding your purpose in life. Balance. Well, that's important. Because if we have balance, then we can have harmony. The blank card. The card of the unknown. I always think that's interesting because that tells us that there are mysteries on the road ahead of us and willingness. I think this talks about our willingness maybe to change, our willingness to be flexible, our willingness to allow good things in. Some of us have a really hard time allowing good things in. Now, while I was shuffling your card, this one fell out 3 times. The Ace of Swords. So I'm thinking that that's pretty much a message for part one. It's a goal. It's an ambition. It's where we want to be. Now, as we see, the sun is setting here in my little neighborhood. And I'm going to turn the camera downward now, so we can see what's going on with the cards. Far more important than my little neighborhood. Okay. Alrighty. Here we go. So we know we're working towards something success, something that makes us feel pride, something that tells us we've done the right thing. Something that comes with rewards, though. For some of us, you work and work and work your entire life and you never get to experience the reward. You work your entire life and sometimes you just never see the rewards. Well, the triumphant success card that says that may be part of your goal in life is to feel the reward. Not just seek the reward, but actually experience it. That's what wants to be read. Okay. Guys, we're taking you one at a time, but material harvest. So this is a lot about our success. Our success fools, material harvest. It's the same as the Nine of Pentacles. It talks about material success, but if you notice, this man is accomplished on his own. So there is an element to this fool energy, but independently, we know the fool walks a very independent path. Now, we also have the authority figure, the Emperor. He is showing himself up again in this series. This is the second day in a row he's decided to show up. But I think for us now, he's about taking control. Taking control of whatever situation has held us back, and he projects us forward, because more than anything, he knows exactly what he wants to accomplish. The Seven of Wands. This is standing your ground. This is facing the competition, whatever it may be, and moving forward certainly and surely towards the goal, towards the ultimate goal. For some of you, we know the ultimate goal is the triumphant success itself. The Nine of Wands, more wands, talks about passionate energy, energy flow. This is about the energy flow to the spiritual side. So we know that with the success we're looking to accomplish, there's also a serious need for a deep spiritual attachment or conversation. This is the conversation we should be talking about, maybe, with the spirit, because some of us aren't religious. I am not a religious person. I was brought up in a very strict Catholic church, but that doesn't make me a Catholic. I have incredible issues with the Catholic Church. Therefore, I do not see myself as Catholic anymore. I resonate with none of it, except I do kind of like their Pope. I think he's a very cool guy, but in all other ways, I have a different direction. I find my spirituality within, from within, on a very intimate level. This can be talking about that. Not only the spirituality, but finding the passion, the desire, and what it is that you're wanting, but on a very intimate level. This is the Ace of Wands. This can talk about wanting to not only bring a material success in, but also mastering your ability to have a love relationship. Because this guy, this authority figure, he doesn't always have time for love. It isn't always his main goal. He's more bent on having the material harvest and the security. But maybe the passion, the love desire, is what's missing in his life. Maybe that's why, along with the material success, he has left love by the wayside. And now he's looking, okay, how do I bring both of these things into my life? How do I have success and a loving relationship in my life? Well, another wand, the Eight of Wands, accelerated motion. Something that happens almost too quickly. It's instantaneous change. that affects you. Maybe affects you on every level. On every level. But change nonetheless. But it's a positive change towards the things that you're desiring. The Eight of Wands always brings a very, how do I want to say? It brings a acceleration into a situation that may have been stagnant for a while. So we see that things can happen quickly. For some of you, it's going to come in the form of a move. Actual moving. Finding a location, a place on this earth that you can really call home. And being there. Experiencing it. And knowing that it's where you need to be. To have the balance, the harmony in what it is that you're seeking. And the Moon card. The Moon is mystery. It's secrets. Maybe for some of you, what it is that you're looking to bring about may come with an element of secrecy. Maybe for some of you, this is something you may have to keep to yourself for the time being. Because maybe you don't want to cause strife or upset within your people. Because we're talking about life changing. We're talking about life changing forward movement. And so for those of you that are successfully driven, I would say on this side of the reading, if we're talking about the material, there's a phase here. And this is always going to go in phases. But the beginning phase for you is the choices, the decisions. Picking the goals, knowing where you want to go, what you want to do, holding firm to those decisions, being the authority in your own life, because this guy didn't get to be the Nine of Pentacles without being his own authority and taking control. The Three of Pentacles is just about working, choosing a field, working, maybe working with others, you know, playing nice every day with other people. But it really is very much about being focused. Being focused. Let me take care of a lighting situation. Talk amongst yourselves. I hope that's better. It's the only light I have left in my room, so. It's about the reading anyway, right? Okay. So, we've got this Three of Pentacles energy here. Talks about becoming focused. Almost laser focused. This man, he's drawing out his plans. He's assembling his work and he's doing what it is that he does, but he's very focused on his on what he's creating. So it's about focus and being prepared for the speed at which things may happen. Now, here with purpose, balance, the unknown can certainly go with the Moon card, because we know some of you are not really talking about your plans. You're not exposing everything that you're doing because you're really wanting maybe to create the right balance and find the real purpose before unveiling what it is that you're bringing about for yourself. Willingness is about bending. It's about bending. It's about bending to other people. It's about bending to our own will. What is it within ourselves that we're resisting? What is it within ourselves that we don't have the willingness to bend to? Is it love? Is it a more intimate attraction? Maybe that's where we need to be more willing to bend. Not in that way either, but maybe. I mean, some of us are afraid of intimacy. All right, what do we want to say to our career-driven fools? Well, first we have the magician, the man who manifests everything that he wants, the way that he wants it. And we have the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out, worried. This is about concern. This really isn't about... This really isn't about being left out in the cold, in the way that poverty leaves you out in the cold. It's about worry. It's about worrying, being concerned about your path. Are you on the right path? Are you moving in the right direction? And the Seven of Cups talks about maybe having too many choices or wanting to make too many changes at this time. That could be what you are really quite worried about at this time. See if I can get a better brightness on this. Let's bring it up. One more tweak to my lighting. There we go. Okay. Changing the lighting for you guys. All right. Seven of Cups. Maybe being confused by the choices, having too many things in front of you. Or maybe what this says is you're busy, developing, working. You need to take time out and decide which direction you want to go in love, because maybe, just maybe, someone is making an offer to you. This is really kind of the first indication that someone may be making a positive offer in love to you, but there may be some confusion around the right direction where love is concerned. Maybe that's where willingness is at. Maybe willingness is really about that willingness to bend to love and to let that aspect in. Now, I've got the Holland Tarot for the Heart now. We're going to take a look and see if maybe our love fool wants to speak to us. This is very much concentrated. I'm starting to see a pattern now. Yesterday, the initial groundwork for this, the work fool was with the Psychic Tarot. The love fool came out of the Tarot for the Heart. So I'm wondering if this is the direction that our readings are going to take us. This is for the Fool. The Fool. Finding love, reaching out. The willingness to open up to love. The willingness to bend toward love. Maybe when we don't want to. Because the Fool feels that it's taking a chance. Maybe they've been there, been hurt, don't want to go there again. The Fool is the one that takes that chance one more time. Okay, let's see what we have here. First, we have the Ace of Pentacles, strengthening bonds. Now we know that the Pentacles are all about our money. In a love reading, it's all about strengthening the bonds that make us feel secure. We also have, he's here again, guys, the Emperor. This is called lead in the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. Boy, this guy doesn't want to let us alone, does he? He takes control. He masters his situations. He knows what he wants. He knows how to accomplish it. But darn it, does he have to keep showing up here? Because he can be too much control. He can talk about being in too much control, especially with love. Too much control isn't always a good thing. Or this is someone, again, who you're interested in being involved with, but honestly, I think this is the control. This is about being in control of our own love lives and control of our destiny. Maybe you hadn't been in control of your destiny before because there's been disappointment. This is the change your focus, or the Five of Cups. This is about that. This is the spilt milk card. This is, oh shit, look what happened. I'm all messed up now. Somebody came and fucked up my life again, and guess what? I'm stuck. I'm stuck looking at the disappointment yet again. Change your focus. Change your focus, because once you change your focus, you begin the mastery. You begin the mastery of your own destiny where love is concerned. If you take your eyes off of the disappointment and look at the possibilities that you can still experience, that's when the mastery happens. It's also when we begin to strengthen bonds that may have been somewhat weak at some point. The Nine of Wands. This is called Rest and Reconsider. When we see a traditional tarot card with the Nine of Wands, we see a guy. He's standing out in front of all of his wands. Those are his experiences. Those are the things that he's done with his life. He's weighing and he's measuring. And he's saying, okay, this one worked, that one didn't. Number 3 sure was hell, and so was number 4. Number 6 had bad breath and shit. Number 8, well, yeah, shit. That's all he did. He spent hours in the bathroom. So this is weighing, reconsidering the people in our past, the experiences of our past, and we're resting upon those, and we're seriously reconsidering what it is that we've put ourselves through in the past. And then we have the Star card, the 19, the shine. This is saying that you do have a moment to shine coming up. There is a time to shine for you. You will see it. You will recognize it when it shows up at your door. It's a desire. It's a focus. It's a place that you want to ultimately be. It's ultimate happiness based on what it is that you're wishing for. What is it that you're wishing for in your love life? Well, Spirit is saying whatever it is that you're wishing for isn't going to come until you've taken the lead in your love life. Taken your eyes off of past disappointments, past experiences that have led you to places of depression and disappointment. Change your focus. Look away. Look at the things that you've done in your past. What things were a bunch of bullshit and what worked? If none of them worked, then you really need to refocus. You really need to change things up. If everything you've done to this point has been a disaster, then you need to change your focus and really look at things in a different way. The Eight of Pentacles, dedicated effort. So some of you have put a lot of work into love relationships that went absolutely necessary. But that's what this is for. So we can take command, take the lead in our own love relationship. So we're not the doormat anymore. So we don't have to sit in the back of the room for some asshole anymore. Because we don't belong in the back of the room anymore. We belong out front. We know we do. But in the past, some of us have been treated like doormats. We put a lot into relationships. Some of us have put a lot of ourselves into them, a lot of money, a lot of effort, and an awful lot of care, and have gotten nothing in return. That's the recognition part. Ace of Swords. We started this reading with it, and now we've got it here in this reading too. Clarity and belief. There's a need here to be very clear with what it is that you're wanting, and to have a sincere belief in what it is that you're looking for. Because it's going to change your life when it does come about. It will change your life. And surprisingly enough, I'm getting the message again that your new experience, your next experience, once you allow yourself, have the willingness to bring a love situation into your life yet again, it'll bring back your sense of purpose for some of you. It also helps you to retain your balance in life. There's also unknowns that come with this reading too. Let's not kid ourselves. All new things bring unknowns. But through clarity and belief and a willingness to dedicate ourselves even just one more time. Spirit is saying one more time may just be the charm. It may just be that effort. Now let's look at some standard tarot cards. This is the Sun and Moon Tarot for our Fool readings. All right, we're talking about our love Fool. These were the cards that wanted to come. We're starting. Okay, on the bottom, we're going to show you the High Priestess. She brings power, inner knowing, but she brings an element of secrecy, just like the moon does. It talks about that feminine energy, that ability to keep your sacred to yourself, to keep what it is that you are intimately working on by yourself, keeping it to yourself. I think a lot of what we did in the last series with the Emperor, we exposed ourselves a little too much with the Emperor. And I have to wonder if that's why his energy keeps showing up, is because maybe we exposed a little too much of ourselves in that scenario. This is asking us to really keep some shit to yourself. maybe there's a need here to keep your plans and your plots and all of your precious sacred scenarios to yourself right now. The Four of Cups. Now, this talks about luxury. I'm not sure about that. To me, this is that offer that even though it looks really good, we're still not sure we want to accept it. For some of you, you're going to understand that there has been an offer made to you around love. It may be through this King of Pentacles person. Now, he was showing up in the last series. We're going to try to put a new spin on this character. Because in the last series, he was the Emperor. We're not putting him there. This is security. The need for security. That feeling, that maybe that person that makes you feel safe when you walk through the door. Maybe that's what's been missing in your life. Maybe this King of Pentacles is the one who's bringing forth that offer. Possibly in the state of inner work that you're doing. Maybe you're keeping that offer to yourself also and not really exposing the knowledge that we know there is someone there, possibly, who wants to make us this proposal of love that maybe simply because we are just not ready, maybe that's why we're just not wanting to address it yet. The Nine of Wands is here again, another repeater. This is that, in this card it's spiritual strength. Here, it's coming up in front of everything that you've experienced it, examined it. It's here again. This has shown up 3 times in this reading. So I think in all aspects of our lives, we need to examine a little more closely what we've experienced in our past and find our strengths. Pick out the things where we were strong and use those tools, use those abilities, use those strengths, whatever it is that resonates in your love life here. This is about drawing from the things that are our strengths in order to bring about this more ideal love situation. I don't even know if there is an ideal love situation. I'm one of those people right now who are doubting it. Well, Spirit is saying don't doubt it, because we've got the Prince of Cups here. He actually brings an offer. Just like this offer. Just like this energy here that makes you feel secure. I'm not going to call it an earth sign. I'm going to call this the element of security in our lives. It's part of the things that we're looking to manifest. It's part of what we want to bring into our lives. We do have the Magician here. So, the Prince of Cups makes the offer. The Devil, well, now with the earth sign, now I gotta say this could be, I have to always mention it because the Devil gets a bad rep because he represents Capricorn. And anytime people see this, they go, oh shit, the Devil. Well, no, it could be, oh shit, a Capricorn. And that could definitely be a possibility again. And for me, this is possibly being chained to old ways of thinking and not wanting to break free. Maybe wanting to hide your heart because of the pain that you've experienced before. Maybe what the Devil is wanting to avoid the insecurity avoid the heartache. Because some of you have experienced failure in love. This is the Seven of Pentacles, but in this deck it talks about failure. And if you see this guy, he's going around and around and around in circles, and he's getting absolutely nowhere. This is about repeating the cycles of failure where your love life is concerned. Where have you been a failure? What have you done repeatedly over and over and over again and gotten absolutely nowhere in your love life? This is Spirit saying it's time to change those things. The High Priestess is saying you know that those things just don't work for you. And maybe it's time to take those things that don't work anymore and lay them aside, because they've really put you in a pattern of failure where love is concerned. The Two of Pentacles talks about change. Talks about making the right choices and changing your life. But this change touches you in your home on a secure level. This is about making the choice that makes you feel safe. It's about making the choice that leads you to a relationship where you can finally feel the ultimate security. So I think in love, our love fool is looking not only for a love relationship, but they want the security that comes with it. The Judgment card. Okay, here we go. This is about being divinely guided on a path to love, guys. This is Archangel Gabriel sounding his trumpet, saying the changes need to be made because Spirit wants to bring this successful love union to your life. It's the security you're waiting for. But there are changes that you need to make within yourself. They're changes that are not going to happen overnight. It's going to feel, some of it, like love rehab because of the Devil card here. It's going to feel like you're totally rehabilitating your life because you've done things that maybe you never thought were the wrong things to do, but you did them. And they put you in a negative karmic cycle. This guy going around and around and around and experiencing nothing but failure in his love life. Well, that's saying Spirit is wanting you to make the change, because this is the invitation for some of you to take the risk and to experience love just one more time. For some of you, this is a repeated cycle of hurt and pain and maybe betrayal. Well, this is the James Van Praagh Soul's Journey deck. And this card talks about humor. It says, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. For some of you, it's saying stop being so serious. It doesn't have to be so serious. And maybe you made it incredibly serious, where love is supposed to be fun and playful and humorous. It's asking you to lighten the fuck up, some of you. Sorry, guys. Did that sound mean? Okay, I think I was focusing that more on myself than anybody at that moment. But humor is saying, spread it. Spread the laughter. Show a smile. Be willing. Have the willingness to show humor and a smile and joy, because that joy is going to draw people in. Look at happiness, right? This is all about happiness, showing happiness, displaying happiness in everything you do. It's about putting the spring in your step and the joy back in your life. This is about happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. So as you're making these changes and the changes are coming about, Spirit is saying that as you show your humor, your happiness will show, and the happiness will lead you to a better place. Maybe that's where your real purpose is in your humor, whether on a professional level or on this romantic level. Maybe you're very magnetically drawn to someone who's incredibly funny and you're incredibly dry. And so you need to kind of tap into a real feeling of joy and real willingness to show that joy, because it will attract this person. Because I'm hearing that this person, for some of you, is very much drawn to the lighter side of life. And then we have adversity. And this says, I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So for some of you, coming out of this cycle of doing the same things over and over again and expecting a different result, that isn't happening anymore. Guys, doing the same things over and over again and expecting things to change, ta-da, is not happening. You need to make the choice to open up, to be willing to bring in something new, because it's going to bring purpose. It's going to bring new meaning into your life. Joy is very, very much important in whatever it is that you're seeking to do here, guys. Okay, I think that's about all that I have for you. You're getting over adversities, you're embracing joy, humor, maybe showing the spirit and the abundance of happiness. You see my little friend here? He talks about all of that abundance, my friend, the pig. Isn't he beautiful? I just love him. I found him in a box of things that my mother left for me. And he's just amazing, isn't he? He's all about the abundance. Whether he's over here giving you the abundance of fame and fortune and wealth and money, or he's over here bringing humor and light and spirit and joy into your love life. So that's the end of part 1. I hope it made sense to you guys. I certainly hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it for you. I may just very well have part 2 ready for you within the next day or two. Until then, guys, I will see you at sunset in my little neighborhood here yet again. If you want a reading meant just for you, go to my website. Tell me what you want. Do you want abundance? Do you want abundance in love? Well, you can go over to my Weebly website. Tell me what you want through the contact page, and I'll get back to you with the proper invoicing. I also have energy and love readings going over at my Vimeo site. I will leave that link down below too. You can check those out if you want. And until the next reading, until the next issue, or just until the next time, whenever Spirit clubs me over the head with an idea, I'll be back. And until the next time, again, Take care of yourselves, one another, everybody that you love and who loves you back. And peace.